Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading Everything We Do Matters by the Venerable Wuling. We're continuing in Chapter 8, Transforming Greed and Anger. Another way to control anger is to understand causality. We become angry because of past thoughts, speech, and actions. Due to present thoughts, speech, and actions, if we do not modify our behavior now, we'll suffer even more from our tempers in the future. This understanding will enable us to better overcome our anger. The best way, however, is to have a change of heart. When we do so, we will have already begun to understand how hurtful and resentful criticism feels and how uncomfortable and upsetting anger feels. We will also understand how hurt, resentful, and upset the other person feels. Eventually, empathizing with their pain and the pain of so many beings who suffer from the consequences of anger, our anger will dissolve and not even arise. Overcoming our anger by watching our thoughts is very difficult. We have to be aware of each incident that irritates us so we can catch the anger before it erupts. Overcoming the anger by understanding causality is also difficult because we have to constantly remind ourselves of what is actually going on. Overcoming and transforming anger and damaging negative emotions is best accomplished by no longer having room for them in our hearts. Leave no place for thoughts of retaliation, ego, or defensiveness. Only allow unselfish thoughts of helping others to grow. We can do this in everything we do in our lives. The triggers for anger are encountered constantly, while driving, at work, at home or school, when we are with other people, or alone. But everything depends on how we react. We can give in to the anger, or we can realize that if somebody has said something unkind, instead of lashing back, we can overcome and transform the rising anger by choosing to react wisely and kindly. By doing this, we can plant the seeds for all the good things that we want to happen in our lives. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.